Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Urban Empire. I hope you're having a wonderful day because we have just unlocked sustainability, which brings a large park and some edicts for CO2 reduction, banning public smoking, tolling single passenger cars, promoting electric cars, and port environmental regulations. We'll go to the progress clause and see what else we can get here, of course, because we are going to want to get some things from Era 5. Household robotics is an option. Fair trade is an option, which isn't a terrible idea. Household robotics will lead to the Internet of Things, which doesn't seem like a terrible idea. Let's go household robotics. Why not? We're going to skip over plastics. We're skipping over a lot of things, really. Like global warming has grown to become the single biggest threat to world stability. Biodiversity is shrinking, and carbon dioxide levels continue to rise. The city administration is pondering ways to tackle these issues. What things should be tackled first? I'm going to say, oh god, carbon dioxide levels possibly? Let's go for that. CO2 reduction measures, we're going to put that forward. That's going to change the opinion on the current vote for all parties of plus 20. It seems that every party will maybe want to support this. Yep, every party is actually officially getting behind reducing CO2 emissions from Kilgannon. Not bad. So that's not a bad start to the day. Certainly not a bad start to the day. We're making some serious cash as well, which kind of has me thinking that it might be time to look into that central hospital. Although, again, we can't actually afford it, so never mind. Shut my mouth! Ha! Let's go ahead and modify district a little bit. I think it might be an idea to get ourselves something like the post office. Might be an idea. A clinic could be nice. A grammar school could be another one. A museum is one that will give education for sure. I think a large park might be nice as well. Let's get a large park in there. And let me also add in a, let's see, I think a public library, maybe. Or, well, no, let's actually go for an actual school. Let's go for a high school. We'll throw it just there. And we'll confirm that. We'll put it to the quicken vote. It's going to be $1 million to get that to go through, but I would like the increased brain power. So we'll see what happens from that. We have the money to afford to do it anyway, so let's have a little look. Are we going to get it? Yes, we are. One person guaranteeing they're going to vote against it. Apparently, they persuaded a few other people to vote against it as well. No problem. Let's exit that. Let's look at the proper living conditions for animals. Looks like it could swing in my favor. Let's say that we're gonna... Let's plead a little bit there and see if I can get this animal living condition thing sorted just a little bit. It would be nice to get it. It would be nice to have this be a successful campaign for this piece of legislation. But obviously there are no guarantees with this kind of thing. Now, before we look at the votes for this, I think it might be an idea to look into more districts. So we're going to go to here. And we're going to see if I can get a nice big district on this. So we're going to go like there. Actually, we'll just do this. Go like that. So that's obviously a pretty hefty district. It's going to be a bit expensive, but we have apparently got demand for it. I don't know if that's actually true. We'll jump right in with medium. We'll bring this down to 40. Bring this down to 20. And bring this up to about 40 as well. And then bring that back up to 20. Bring that down to 40. Bring that up to 40. That's apparently 39. Let's bring that down to 20, 40, 40. Good. That's 117,000. That's expensive. Let's confirm that. Let's, I mean, we could throw a fire station in there for boosted, some boosted environment, but I think I'll add a clinic into this, to be honest. Sort of right there in the middle. So we'll get ourselves just a clinic right there. We'll confirm that. We'll propose the district. We'll put it to the quicken vote. And, Old Bro, or Broch is what we're going to call it. Proper living conditions for animals. does not look like it's going to go my way. I will demand that the true Swirlians maybe support it. But we're going to begin voting. And it looks we won. Okay. That was unexpected. That was unexpected, to be honest. But I'll take it. I'll absolutely take it. So let's look at the vote for this new district and see what we got. They are going to support it. The communists were a little bit less in favor of it than everybody else, but for the most part, the new district is going to go ahead. It is going to be very expensive, but it will hopefully make its money back. Hopefully. We'll see. Ban physical violence against children. Yeah. No, that's probably a good idea, to be honest. Yeah. Sure, we'll ban that. So money is rising again, which is beautiful stuff. This district actually looks okay as well, which is kind of cool. Those are some interesting looking buildings. I do like those. That one's quite nice as well. Look how modern all of this is. That looks like it's covered in solar panels. Oh, there's tilted windows. That's a really interesting building. Quite the fan of that one. 158,000. We're making so much cash. What's this about a recycling center? A group of students who look like hippies visit your office. It turns out that they are environmental engineering students and are worried about the amount of waste that the city produces. If Kilgannon had a recycling center, though, the amount of waste could be much smaller, they say. I think it's a great idea. I think we're going to get a recycling center for Kilgannon. I reckon we can, I think we can look into it, at least. Because apparently I don't know how to get a recycling center. Is it in here? Is the recycling center something in here that I can get? There it is. It's expensive, but I do agree that a recycling center could maybe help the city a little bit. So I'll throw that in there. We'll propose it. We'll put it to the quicken vote, and we'll go through with it. It is also worth noting the city average health is currently sitting on 0. It would be really nice to get the central hospital for the whole thing, but again, we don't actually have the money for a central hospital yet. We're getting there. $5 million will get me a central hospital. So, I guess we'll see. All right, so modifying the district. We're gonna go ahead with it. Beautiful stuff. All of the parties siding with it, as per usual. The parties haven't really sided massively against anything of mine in a while, which is... It's a nice change of pace, to be honest. It's a nice change of pace not having them hate on everything I'm doing. Now, looking at the railway station, we do have some boosts we could make there. Quite expensive. Looking at the port, we have some boosts we could make here for 9.5 million. Very expensive. But it would help all companies sell more. It would give all companies a quality bonus, and sales demand would go up, and the environment would go up. Very expensive, though. I simply don't think we can afford that. That said, we are sitting on $5 million. It is time to get the central hospital. I think it is, it's more than due in the city. So we're going to confirm that. We're going to put it to the quicken vote. I love that I can put so many things that I'm doing at the moment to the quicken vote. It's kind of like I've gone through all these troubled times, all these hardships, only to come out the other side and have all these people going, you know what? Your ideas are actually brilliant. It's amazing. So we have household robotics. Let's go for the Internet of Things. And the vote on the new institution is going to go ahead. Once again, as per usual, everyone is siding in favor of it. So we have that hospital. Advances in automation have made the first robots meant for private use publicly available. Some say household robotics could solve the problem of an aging population. Others that they could help increase free time by performing the more tedious tasks. I think the greatest benefits lie in... I'm going to say... What is this? Hold on a minute. We spend $25,000 more per month, or we spend less. Yeah, I'm going to go with spending less, to be honest. I think spending less sounds like a great idea. So cleaning robots for public buildings is going to go ahead. I like that we put that piece of legislation to Congress and then they immediately went, we're ready to vote. We agree. We're ready. We all skimmed it. We're fine with it. So the good news is, now that the hospital's in, healthcare is still sitting at 0. Actually, that's kind of miserable. Kilridge doesn't need to worry about healthcare. This district does need to worry about healthcare, so let's modify that a little bit. And let's place a... I honestly think just a clinic is probably the best idea for this, so let's just throw a clinic right there. And confirm, propose, and quicken vote. All right. So we get ourselves a clinic in there, hopefully bringing healthcare up a little bit. Mayoral elections are closing in, that's fine. What's this about success? The environmental engineering... Let's try that again. The environmental engineering students were very happy that the recycling center has been built, just like you promised. They think I'm a great mayor. Is that it? That's all? All right. I was hoping I was going to get something more than just a pat in the back there, but sure. Animal extinction. As if global warming and a shortage of natural resources weren't enough, humanity's growing needs are pushing the other species to extinction as well. Now the western black rhinoceros has become extinct, the most notable species so far. This gives the degrowth movement, who believe that the people in the West should settle for less, a huge boost. How do I respond? I'm going to support sustainable growth, which has given a bonus to personal growth service for all citizens. That seems like the best way to handle things there. Now we're ready to vote on modifying this district to add a clinic. We'll begin voting as per usual. And again, everyone agrees with me. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful government that we run here. Let me actually go back to the city council because I have some edicts that I want to push through. Or rather, I'd like to look for some edicts to push through. So, I would like to possibly ban public smoking. What about the Car Pollution Act? That is going to take money away from citizens. We could put a toll on single passenger cars. I don't know what this does. That would, in theory, bring in some money, though. We could promote electric cars, which is going to bring the sales demand for 2 things down. I don't know what those things are. But it will give an environmental boost to Kilgannon. So I'm going to propose that we promote electric cars. I think robot assistance is something we can maybe look into. That is the elderly care robot thing that I did actually get rid of, but that's fine. So this would be spend 10,000 more per month to improve health across Kilgannon and per clinic. I like this. A community first responder system so that anyone with the proper skill set can be called to an emergency. I like the idea of that. I think I am going to put forward a vote to ban public smoking, whether it goes through or not. I'm going to say that we need compulsory airbags. I think we need compulsory smoke detectors, which is going to bring the sales demand for all companies up. Or maybe that's, I don't know what the red background means in that, but whatever. Compulsory smoke detectors. DNA evidence in court will, I guess, go through. And the Gun Control Act, I think it's time we try and get the Gun Control Act through. We have 3 pieces of legislation, all going to be put to Congress at 3 pieces of legislation? Why did I say 3? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces. Why did I say 3? We have 7 pieces of legislation that are all going through Congress at the same time. There's a lot of campaigning going back and forth. I'm going to stay out of it. I'm going to have no part of it. Because I want to see what happens. Now, I am noticing that the monthly budget balance is dropping. That does have me a bit concerned. Might want to look into that. Interestingly, the vote on new mayor looks like it is going to immediately go my way, which is beautiful stuff. That's actually amazing. Okay. Right, let's deal with the promoting electric cars thing. We're going to begin voting. And it looks like it's going to go through, which is good. That's 1 of 7 that's been successful. Community first responders is a tricky one. Let's plead and say that you need to come over to this side. I don't think this one's going to go through, but we'll begin voting anyway. Actually, it looks like it is going to go through by 1 vote. Good. So that's 2 for 2. Banning public smoking. I'm actually going to begin voting on that even though we're going to lose. Because the mayoral elections are coming in, I don't want to have to campaign really bloody hard for something right now. I'll bring up the banning public smoking thing again when I get reelected. So that's 2 that we succeeded with, 1 that we lost with. Compulsory airbags is going to be 3 successes and 1 loss. That's fine. Compulsory smoke detectors is going to be 4 successes with 1 loss. Again, that's fine. DNA evidence in court looks like it's going to be 5 with 1 loss. And then the Gun Control Act is going to be the fun one. So, the Gun Control Act is something I'm going to demand that the Social Democrats support. And we're going to begin voting. And it looks like we've won. It looks like we've got gun control. So 6 that we got success with, 1 that we didn't. That seems like a good number to me. That seems good to me. Admittedly, the monthly budget is definitely dropping. So I'm going to very quickly sneak in another district, I think, before that falls too massively. And we're going to hope that that this actually doesn't completely cripple us. We shall see. So that is a pretty large district there. Can I delete that? And then bring this down a little bit? What if we delete that? Oh, that's an interesting shape. All right. That's a very interesting shape. Let's go. What is that? Sure, I guess. Let's do that. Why not? Oh, that's not got any zoning. What is that? Hold on a minute. No. What was that? Let's do it like this. Which is apparently... That's better. All right, give me the dense one. There we go. Confirm. Let's get the usual spread. So 20%, 40% just there. Bring that up to 40. Bring that down to 20. Bring that down to 40. Bring that up to 40. Bring that back up to 40. And there we go. 40, 40, 21. 101%. Beautiful. Did we go medium on that? No. I could probably get medium on that. It's very expensive though, so I think I will actually hold off on that just to make sure that we can actually do this. Propose the district. I could use me personal funds. I'm not gonna. And let's look at the vote for mayor. Which, again, looks like it's gonna go my way. Beautiful. I just noticed that's called Kilborough. Is that not like the 3rd district we have called Kilborough? I could swear, yeah, there's one there. Maybe it is just the 2nd. That's fine. No worries. It's only the 2nd Kilborough. Oh, banning parental violence. Let's look. So this looks like it's gonna be approved, which it is. Not bad. That's parental violence has now been outlawed. Brilliant stuff. Let's see. So the new district vote is going to come in. We are going to be losing money very soon if we're not careful. Let's get this district built. Let's get new people moving in. Let's hope for the best that it's going to bring me money. And then the vote for mayor. Oh, it shifted. It shifted, didn't it? Okay. I'm going to demand that the Green Party support me. And with that, that looks like it's going to be a good vote. Interestingly, I've just had a vote go through when I've got +2 party support and positive numbers across the board. So right here, towards the end, is apparently when the parties are willing to support me. Now we are losing some money, minus 27,000 there, minus 25. That is going to come up though with this new district. And if that comes up enough, we can totally go ahead and we can invest in turning this into a medium density space, which I think we're now in a spot to do. So modify the district, bring it up to medium density. We can confirm, and propose. It's very expensive to do. And not everyone's happy about it, but we'll be all right. The Sudan outcry. The Sudanese civil war has started to escalate. There are already hundreds of thousands of refugees fleeing the combat zone, and many fear this might lead to another Rwanda at worst, or famine at the least. We can welcome refugees or send humanitarian aid. Okay, we'll welcome refugees, which has given a bonus of population growth of 500. Security for the lowest class has gone down. The personal growth for students and the middle class has gone up. Okay. Fair enough. The vote to modify the district is here. It's gonna go our way. The moderate party actually looking like they were some swing voters there, but they did in the end decide to go for it. 2 of them voting against. Who else voted against it? One of the Greens. Okay. I don't know why they'd vote against it. I mean, it's not like it's polluting anything. It's not producing anything. They haven't actually got electricity there, so whatever. Soviet sympathies once again in the Communist Party. We're going to send that to the Kilgannon Daily just to hurt the reputation of the communists, because that's the kind of government I'm running. And we just got the Internet of Things. So let's go to the progress cloud and see what we can do. Smart growth. Fair trade, the men's pill. Birth control pill should be for men. It would make more sense. Okay. It would make more sense to unload a gun than shoot at a bulletproof vest. That's actually a really good. Okay. Fabrications. I think we'll go for that. Start the research. So the Internet of Things, let's discuss this. Internet of Things is said to be at the forefront of the 4th Industrial Revolution. Interconnected devices that talk to one another are expected to revolutionize how we interact with the world. The city administration is doing its best to figure out how to respond to the challenges that these new systems will introduce. Okay, so we're gonna tax cars or develop smart identification services. Let's do that. Seems like a decent idea. I guess. Don't know if it actually is. We did just start spending a lot more money though, because the funding that the amount of money we're spending every month from City Hall went up 20%, which is a big number and a scary number. Interestingly, we are now losing money, which is curious. Actually, that is actually very, very curious that we're losing money, because we were in a situation not long ago where we were making like almost 200,000 a month. So that's kind of a bit of a pain. I think I might just propose a simple tax raise, to be honest. I don't think I'll have too much trouble getting it through. So industrial tax is 30%. Business tax is going to go to 30%. Actually, that's going to be hard to get through. We'll go for a 2% increase in business tax. The elite tax can stay where it is. Actually, no, it can go up 1%. And the middle class tax can go up 1% as well. And I think that'll be fine. We can maybe make that work. That could bring us some decent money. Obviously, it's going to be a bit of a fight to get it through. But I think for the most part, it really shouldn't be too difficult to get this tax increase through. And hopefully it's going to be a good tax increase and one that will bring the budget back. Although the budget is currently, well, it was returning there. It's not anymore. So let's look at this vote to modify taxes. It is looking like it's going to go through. Good. I'm glad I didn't have to campaign. That's good. That works for me. We have now increased taxes, which brings our budget up to plus 49,000. Beautiful. That's what I want to see. Plus 50,000. So yeah, companies aren't going to be happy about that. They are definitely not going to be happy about that. But I think we're fine. We are losing money again, though, so maybe it's time to get another district on the go. Let's just give it a shot and see if building another district is actually the solution here. So that district area is actually too large, which is kind of annoying. I could do that, as ridiculous as it looks. I could do that instead, which I think sort of makes a bit more sense and is probably cheaper. Go for a dense grid on that and confirm the plan. Let's bring this down to 20, bring this down to 40, and bring this up to 40. There we go, then bring this back down to 20. Come on, I wish I could just type these numbers in. It would be so much easier every time. Because just adjusting these sliders every time is a bit of a pain. Bring that up to 20. There we go, 40. Oh no, hold on a minute. 40, 40, 20, beautiful. Do I want to go medium? I could, but I won't. So we'll confirm that. That's fine. Propose the district. Could use my personal funds. I might as well. There we go. So Bill Ridge is now in place and is now building. So that's good. High security in Kilborough. Thefts and assaults are rare. The residents never lock their doors. I think we should have more people like that. I think that's a good idea. I'm an optimist, apparently. I'll take it. I'll definitely take being called an optimist. Seems fair. We're up to 101,000 coming in every month, so I think with that we can safely go ahead and bring this up to medium density. Confirm, 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 and propose, and quicken vote. So yeah, hopefully that will go ahead and go through so we can make some more good money. I'm actually really happy with how well I've managed to get this whole area filled up. So yeah, that's going to go through. Begin voting. And I do believe we're coming up to possibly the last mayoral election. I've never actually finished a game in this before, so this should be interesting. If January 2017 is to be the... If 2017 in-game is to be the year that we have our last election, hopefully I will win. So, we have fabrication. Interesting. We're next gonna go for fair trade. Start the research, and then fabrication. Modern medical science can do wonders. With artificial organs and increasingly challenging surgeries being just two examples, your city administration is trying to determine the biggest challenges the medical sector will face in the 21st century. I think we should prepare for... Oh, interesting. So that will bring the social life service down for the middle-aged, but give a bonus to health for them. Also brings it down for the adults. Whereas healthcare or business is change in... Oh, so we'd be spending less on that, but we would also lose... let's make healthcare... Oh, they don't like that. That would have changed funding, which would have been interesting. Actually, no, they're going to vote for it. So we're changing the way the health service is funded. Healthcare is now a business. I feel bad for doing that. As someone that kind of enjoys the NHS, I feel kind of bad for doing that. But there you go. So here's my question. When are the mayoral elections going to come up? I assume November 2017. So October, November. Yeah, no, that's the Social Democrats won. So I assume January is when we start campaigning, or December. When is it? Aha! Right. I mean, this is already going sort of in my favor. I assume by the end of the campaign, it will be going much stronger in my favor, I suppose. So that's fine. We're making 91,000, 126,000, 129,000. We're making so much money. Can I maybe get the final institution, the electrical power plant, before I leave office? I kind of have my doubts, to be honest. Secret drinking. Publicly question. Seems fair. That seems like the way to do things. We like to expose our councillors when they do something wrong. It's not really, they don't like it, but I do. Okay, so the vote for new mayor is mostly going my way. I would like it to go my way a bit further, though, so I'm going to demand that the Greens would support me. And I'm also going to demand that the Centrals support me. And interestingly, the Social Democrats aren't too keen on me either. There we go. So that looks much better. Let's begin voting. So yeah, interestingly, the Communist Party mostly against me. Fair enough. I'm not that worried, to be honest. I can safely say I don't care because I won, and I didn't have to threaten anyone. I just had to make demands, which is nice. It is definitely nice not having to threaten anyone's family or well-being or safety or anything like that. It makes a nice change, you know? Definitely makes a nice change. And I'd like to look at Elstow here, because this district is looking very small. I'd like to modify it for high-density zoning. Possibly risky. Possibly a risky move. But I'd like to see if we can maybe turn it into a high-density zone. It's almost the middle of 2019. It is the middle of 2019. We're going to put this to the vote. It's going to go through. We're going to make this a high-density district. And we're going to exit. We're going to go back to the city view. We're going to have a look. There's some big buildings going up. Beautiful to see. And it's ticking. Is 2020 the end of the game? Because I think it is. It is supposed to be 200 years is how long you were in charge. So we're going to find out here. Is it the end? Is it a time victory? It is. Okay. So I have the time victory. I passed all of the eras. And I have a choice. I can continue my work into the future. I can try and unlock everything. I can try and make more money. I can try and balance Kilgannon. Bring the taxes down eventually. Make people happy. Make Congress happy. Or we can step back from this game for a week or two. Maybe a little longer if you so desire, and then revisit it in the future. Maybe there's going to be some patches to fix some of the typos, and maybe they'll add some tooltips to make the game a bit easier to understand, because that is one of the biggest complaints that I've seen a lot of people having with this game, is that it doesn't give you enough information. So hopefully there will be some of those changes in the future, but I think I am going to leave it completely up to you. Would you like to see more of this game? Or would you like to see something completely different? If you would like to see something completely different, I would love it if you could leave that suggestion in the comments below. And what I will insist is that if you see someone else that's already suggested a game or series idea that you really like, do absolutely click like on that comment. It will push it further up the comments feed, and it'll make it a lot easier for me to see those. So with that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, thank you kind of for watching. This could very well be the end of my reign in Kilgannon. Or we could continue for another episode. We'll see what you guys have to say. But either way, like I said, thank you kind of for watching. If you liked the video, like the video. If you disliked it, dislike it. Don't forget to share it on social media. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.